I'm chewing gum. Let me swallow it real quick.
Hello, welcome to Screen Weens, episode 118. Today, me, London, and that guy, Thomas.
I swallowed my gum.
Who just swallowed his gum. We'll be talking about Scenes from a Marriage from 2021, starring Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as always, in the Screen Ween Code of Conduct, we're going to talk about random stuff we've done, how we've been last week, Because, the world can change in a week.
It can't.
It didn't, but it can. I don't know. Did it change? Did anything mind-blowing happen to you?
To me?
Yeah.
No, not particularly.
Probably kind of depressed after.
Well, yeah, because here, let me just sum up what I watched this week real quick in this statement, because it'll give it's a tone setter for my week. I watched both Scenes from a Marriages. And you watched the original, TV cut of the original, right? You didn't watch the 3-hour theatrical? Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Turns out, I was looking at Letterboxd when I had logged it when we did the podcast. I logged the theatrical.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, damn it. I wonder if they just had that as the version at the time.
I think they did.
Because I think that was before they allowed, miniseries on the platform. But, yeah, so I watched those, and then yesterday I hung out with a friend, and I showed them Memories of Murder.
Yeah, I saw you rewatch that. What'd they think of that?
They really liked it, so...
And I'm like, good. Damn, what a great movie, and what a great, those are, two of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah, so it's just I watched a lot of good shit this week, and then today, while I was waiting to record, I was just kind of rewatching random episodes of Moral Oral, which... That show is depressing, but I love it. It's humorously depressing, but sometimes it's it really rides that line, But it's decent. I still enjoy at least the handful of episodes I watched today, so that's good, because a lot of that stuff can get dated. But yeah, that's pretty much my week. How about yourself?
Hinate's parents were in town, so I didn't watch a ton of stuff. I watched all of Scenes from Marriage today, because I hadn't had time. I did watch Eternals, the
how was it?
Marvel movie. Everybody's been shitting on it. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Okay.
I thought it was, really bloated. There's a lot of stuff in it. There's a lot of characters and stuff.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer for it, when we went and saw, I think, Dune.
Yeah.
I was noting, I'm like, this looks a little like a lot's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I don't know. I like the family dynamics in it. I like a lot of the characters in it. I like the visuals are fun. I think, for being so bloated, the pacing's fine. That, I thought it was fun. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I wish that this had gotten, probably a miniseries instead of one of the other ones. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I don't think needed a miniseries. Yeah. That could have been a movie.
Probably.
So maybe swapping those. Don't know if Hawkeye's really going to need a series. We'll see if that drops in a week or two. At least the first 2 episodes, yeah. And then me and Pierre and Joe finish off, because the second half of Power Rangers Dino Fury came out.
Oh, I see.
So we watched through that, and it was fun. I love Power Rangers. It's goofy and it's dumb, but it's fun.
If you look at the formula, I should love Power Rangers. I don't know what it is about it because I love kaiju, I love dorky shit, low, budget. I just don't know why it doesn't click with me.
No, and, it's not, and that's fine too. But that was fun. I think that's pretty much all I watched. I don't think I watched anything else, but let me double check. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I watched. Didn't do a whole lot this week because I was, busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm a little exhausted after 5 hours of Scenes from me.
That's fair. I totally get that.
But are we just jumping in today? Do we want to talk about anything? The One Piece got their cast.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You saw that?
Yeah, I'm excited.
People are freaking out over Usopp's casting.
Really?
Racist people. Yeah. They're like, Usopp's not black. Like, what are you talking about?
I think the one that to me sticks out the most is definitely the Luffy casting, but that's just like, of all of them, I think Luffy was always going to be the hardest one to cast for. But I'm going into it with an open mind.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, it looks good for the most part. And I don't think I have a negative opinion of any of them.
I also saw a leaked picture from the new Spider-Man movie that I'm pretty sure is real, and I hope to God is real.
Okay.
It looks epic.
Well, God.
And that comes out in like a month, so.
I might just have to go see that one blind, because I don't know. Because usually I like to catch up on the phase. I don't know. With all those TV series, I don't know if I can do that. This time around, I might.
Especially because they all fucking suck. I liked Falcon okay, but.
Yeah, well, I might like them. Who knows?
Yeah. You're right. We do have differences of opinion sometimes.
And, I mean, fucking everyone else seems to really like WandaVision in particular.
Yeah.
That's the one I hear really good things about.
Fuck?
Maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't.
really like Loki, too, and I thought Loki was fucking trash from the start.
Loki, I've heard the most polarizing things about. Like, I had, like, friends, and my mom was like, yeah, Loki sucks. And I'm just like, alright, that one must do some pretty interesting things, to say the least. But I don't know, because I haven't watched it. But one day, maybe. I don't know. Probably. I'm sure I'll, like, watch one really good Marvel movie in the future, and then I'll get the fucking, like, I have to watch the rest of them.
Did you watch Shang-Chi yet? I can't remember.
The only thing I've seen out of Phase 4, which I don't even think is considered part of Phase 4 anymore, was the last Spider-Man movie.
No, that was always the end cap to Phase 3.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
But, yeah. Fucking... Yeah. I don't know. I'll watch them eventually, probably. Along with some of the other Star Wars shows that I'm still catching up to. But, yeah.
Is there any Star Wars news? Rogue Squadron got delayed. Which is annoying. Was there any other... I feel like something happened with Star Wars.
Yeah, I want to say... I thought I read something about Star Wars, too, but I don't remember what it was.
I think we're getting something for Kenobi pretty soon. Like a teaser or something in the next couple days.
Ooh.
So.
That'll be nice.
Which will be weird, because that'll be the first time that Ewan McGregor's playing Obi-Wan in 16 years. Is he old yet?
I feel like it's going to be a little jarring for me, because I went through the bulk of Clone Wars, and I haven't gone back and rewatched any of his stuff.
Like, why does he sound like that?
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, man. Used to... I don't know the name of the voice actor.
Is it James Arnold Taylor that does Obi-Wan?
I think so. But yeah, fucking...
But I'm excited. I love him. I love Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new Blade Runner anime that I think starts this Saturday.
Apparently, the League of Legends anime, the first 3 episodes dropped. Apparently, it's really good. And I'm like, what the fuck? Clifford the Big Red Dog came out today. A movie? Yeah.
Sure, it's a smashing success.
Oh, it's probably really good. I think that's mostly it. There are a bunch of movies that I need to watch. I still need to watch the new Jim Cummings movie. I still need to watch Wolf in Snow Hollow or whatever. I need to watch Last Night in Soho, which I've heard pretty mixed things about, but I'm interested to see it.
I'm hoping I'll like it.
And then Clifford, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new My Hero movie, of course.
Yes.
I
don't know if I'll see that. I think I'd probably be safe if I watched it, but I'm not caught up with, like, the manga. So it's like, I don't know.
And then they announced Orlando Bloom's gonna be Legoshi in the Beastars movie. I'm just lying.
I was like, what? I've seen some fan castings for One Piece. And the two that I hope that they really do are Gordon Ramsay as Zeph. That would work so well. And then Jamie Lee Curtis as Dr. Correa, which I think...
She would love that.
Yeah, no. It's like, that'd be the perfect role for her, honestly. But yeah, so...
And Jason Momoa as...
A lot of people have been putting him as Kaido.
Whitebeard. As Kaido? Actually.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good one. Fucking, what's it called?
And me as Arlong. Hey, man.
I volunteer to be Gaimon.
And I will be Chopper.
Yeah. Oh, man, once they get to Chopper. I wonder if they're... Because, like, I don't know. I'm curious to see if it does well enough to warrant a second season. I'm hoping it does.
So those Netflix things are all coming out pretty rapidly. Mm-hmm. Well, not rapidly, but they're, because we have that Avatar one, we have the One Piece one, and then the Cowboy Bebop one comes out, like, soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We'll see. It might all suck, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm holding out hope, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Same.
All right, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's talk about Scenes from Marriage. Showrunner for this was... I
know it was produced by Daniel Bergman. Was that the name?
Directed by Haggai Levi. Haggai? I don't know. Produced by Daniel Bergman. Yeah. And I know Daniel Bergman, that's one of Bergman's sons. Mm-hmm. He was in a couple of films by Bergman, like, when he was pretty young.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I think he was like 8 in them. Well, he's in The Magic Flute and, what is it called? Face to Face.
I haven't seen either of those, but I want to.
Did you catch in the first episode when he's talking about how she dated somebody who was in a rock band?
Yeah,
the rock band's name was Sarah Band. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the general premise of the series is a couple. They start to argue, and turns out one of them's leading kind of a double life. Has found a new partner and wants to leave, and then it's a kind of indecisive in-between of the divorce.
Yeah.
Now that I've explained the general concept, we can just kind of go wherever the fuck, 'cause that's it's one of those.
Yeah. It's it's very close to like the same spirit as the original, where it'll be like each episode is just like a single scene, like a single day or something like that, and then we'll skip forward like anywhere between like 3 months and like a year. I think is the longest skip. I think it's like a year, maybe 2, but I guess what are your just basic thoughts to start off with?
I think
I guess I'll preface this by saying this was gonna be an uphill battle no matter what. Like, going into this, I was like, when it was first announced, I'm like, this is gonna be, why the fuck would they do this? But then it was like Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain, I both really like. I'm like, if any 2 actors could pull this off.
Yeah. I found a review on Letterboxd that sums up my thoughts on it perfectly. I'll give credit. I'm gonna read it off here. I thought it could only be a bad idea to adapt an Ingmar Bergman film. But it's Oscar Isaac's world, and we're all living in it.
I saw that same one.
Just Mia's wife posted that. Go follow her on Letterboxd.
There's another review that's something like, I didn't think it could get any better. And then I saw Oscar Isaac having rough sex.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, I got to see his gun.
Generally, I think it's very competent. I think it's good. I think that the performances are good. The production quality is good.
Yeah.
The direction's good. I think that the new stuff that they add is pretty good. I will say, I think the biggest thing that holds this back is how close it still sticks to the original.
Yeah.
And I think it explores it in different interesting ways, but like, having just pretty much watched them back to back, I will say this one lacks a lot of the bite that the original had.
I I think that I would disagree, at least for the first 3 episodes. I think I got that same kind of bite, that same kind of like viciousness in the first 3 episodes. But I think the last one and the second to last one, I think it started to lose like its footing and what it was trying to be. And I think it lost some of the rawness that I really like about the original.
Yeah. By bite, I didn't necessarily mean viciousness. I should have probably phrased that a little differently. Like, a lot of, like, small nuances that add up.
Oh, okay.
Like, there are lots of just, like, lines from the original that are, like, philosophical that really just, when I watch it, both times I've watched it have, like, fucking affected me deeply. I'm sitting there watching it. There's lots of, like, ugliness in the original too, and how like they shoot a lot of their like facial expressions and stuff.
Yeah,
where it comes off as like really natural. I really wish that there was like just a couple of those types of shots in this where I felt like they kind of like general Hollywood criticism kind of kept it too pretty, too nice looking a lot of the time.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think that the series looks fantastic, like that. Yeah. The cinematographer is like. It's beautiful work, but I think at times that detracts from like the statement that the piece is making. Mm-hmm. Like it's showing like this ugliness on screen, but it's portrayed in like this beautiful way, and I think it just detracts a little bit from it.
Yeah,
because I don't think that was necessarily the intent. If like it's interesting to view things as like ugly and pretty at the same time, but I don't think that was the intent here.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And, generally speaking, I thought pretty good. I really like the performances. I like the kind of shift in perspective. I really wish that they would have done a little more with the kind of like gender swapping that they did. Mm-hmm. Instead of just having it be more or less kind of a 1-for-1. I would have maybe had them mix a little bit of their traits up a bit more. That way you could have gotten something a little bit more new and intuitive. Let's see. I like the fact that they added more dynamic with the child and the weight that their child has in their in-between state in their relationship. The original, you see them in like the photo scene, their 2 children that they have, and then it's like, aside from like the abortion bit in the first episode, their children are no longer relevant, except for like a line that Johan has later on where he's like, I really don't care for our children anymore. They're spoiled little brats and they don't care for me, so I don't care for them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's completely absent here. I don't really get the sense that either of them despise their child for any sort of reason, aside from like Oscar Isaac has a very human monologue where he talks about like the night she left, he thought about
killing himself, he thought about killing her, he thought about killing her.
Yeah. Let's see. I also think it was kind of... So the original is 6 episodes, and this one's 5. They add up to be the same runtime, I'm pretty sure.
I think the original might be like 10 minutes longer. Yeah. Or like 8 or something.
But I think that skipping that second episode was kind of a mistake. The sweeping it under the rug episode from the original. Because that's where some really important things happen that I really would have loved to see. And I think like... I don't know, it gives you more of a sense of their marriage. Mm-hmm. And kind of... Because the first episode's like... Mostly, you got the first half that's focusing on them, and then you got the second half that's more so focused on their the couple that they're friends with that are arguing, and what that kind of means, like just kind of spouting like a conflicting philosophy that kind of seeps in and has them questioning things. But the second episode has like some really great moments that I would have loved seeing adapted into this, like when Marion is interviewing... She's not interviewing, but she has a old woman come in and she wants to file for a divorce, and she talks about how she hasn't ever felt love, and her husband told her, like, oh, you know, just wait till the kids are older, and now that the kids are older, she's filing for that divorce finally, and, like, stuff like that. She talks about, like, there's a line that I really like from that part where she's like, you know, it's like, I feel it, but I don't. It's like when you touch a wooden table and it's like you can feel it, but it's cold and it's faint, or something kind of along the lines of that. There's stuff like that that I felt like were very important moments where the characters internalized, like they realized something was off, and that like led Marion to be like searching for more romance at a time when Johan was doing the same thing. But I'm talking so much about the old one here. I'm kind of rambling, but yeah, I don't know. I really like this new version. Yeah. I just wish that it had adapted some of that stuff, because I didn't feel like I got a great sense of their dynamic as a couple in this new universe without it. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of jumps right into the Paula Polly situation. Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. I guess I'll talk more about the newer one because I haven't seen the old one since we watched it originally, like 2 years ago. But even I was a little bit like, okay, this is kind of weird because we see the first episode, we see a little bit of their dynamic in the first like half of it, and then it immediately jumps just into the divorce and the ugliness, and there's not really that bit much of a transition period in that. Like, no transition episode or anything. But I think it works well enough for this one because it gives it a different vibe to it. It makes everything seem more sudden and abrupt, and I think that works a little better for this one, at least in the sense that it feels different. It feels newer. So I liked it enough, but I get where you're coming from with that as well. Yeah, I'm just going to go and say it again, but, like, both of the, like, central performances in this are, like, incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar Isaac is, like, the best actor in Hollywood right now. Or, like, one of the best.
Yeah, I'd agree with that sentiment. He like, I pretty much hadn't seen him in much outside of Star Wars, and then I saw him in Dune, and I was like, oh, wow, that was pretty good. I bet he could really... And then I fucking watched this, and it was like... That was what I really needed. It's like, oh yeah,
yeah. No, he's you gotta fucking watch that movie by Joel Cohen that he's in. What the fuck is it called? Because it's just incredible. Inside Llewyn Davis by the Coen brothers.
Inside.
Adam Driver has a small part in that too.
I want to see them in a movie where they play like brothers and they're just both really sad or something.
Literally.
Let me see here. Oh, it's in my watch list. Let me remove it.
But like, Oscar Isaac's like, he's incredible in like Ex Machina as well.
I haven't seen that one either.
And like, as much as the card counter in the new Paul Schrader movie is a little all over the place, but he's amazing in that. Just like everything I've seen him in, he's like just fucking gives it his all. And Jessica Chastain, I think, is brilliant in like the stuff I've seen her in. I know a lot of people didn't like It Chapter 2, but she's fantastic in that movie. I really like that movie.
I'll watch it one day. I just don't know why I haven't. I should.
Too busy watching Memories of Murder on repeat.
True. I mean, can you blame me?
No, not at all. I wish that was my life.
Fair enough.
But yeah, they're fantastic. And I like the how they modernized everything in this. I think it works well. Some of the dialogue fits better. Some of the relationship dynamics fit more. And yeah, I really like the tone of this. I really like what it's going for. And I just felt a little disappointed because I fucking loved the first 3 episodes. And the last 2 just, I don't know, it just felt a little off to me. I still liked them. And overall, I think this is great. But I don't know, something about the last 2 episodes, it lost its oomph for me.
I think I don't know. The first couple episodes, I was with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I was too busy swooning over fucking Oscar Isaac because he's a fucking hunk in this series.
And then there's
I found it so unbelievable when she's like, "I'm not attracted to you."
I'm like, liar! You're lying.
That's not possible. I'm sorry. Normally I'd be like, yeah, to each their own, but that's not possible.
Well, I actually think that's pretty good for what the series is going for. He's going for this idea that, like, no matter how, like, perfect you view someone or how attracted you are to someone, sometimes, like, your own just inner beliefs and just like the basic cycle of living with this person every day can just make you lose all interest in them.
Yeah.
And not until it's, like, shaken up do you actually, like, gain interest back. Like, when you go through a messy divorce and you're awful to each other, then you want to fuck each other again.
Yeah.
God, what the fuck is wrong with Ingmar Bergman? And also this guy for wanting to do it again.
Yeah. Did you know that, like, the divorce rate in Sweden just fucking shot way up when Scenes from a Marriage was airing?
People were probably watching and being like, holy shit,
yeah,
this is how I treat my wife.
Well, I'm pretty sure it, like, broke records when it was airing. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the 5th episode, like, peaked the TV viewership. Like, everyone in the country, I think, was not everyone, but you know what I mean. Yeah. But, like, so everyone's just watching it and they're like, yeah, this resonates and I kind of want to fight my spouse now. Well, it's a good movie. I don't know.
I mean, it's good, and it's
real.
It is real, and things like this and like Marriage Story just really help me to contextualize like things in my life, and just help me to, like, I think, become a better person because it's like so real, like, and so raw.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel like the philosophy in both Scenes from a Marriage really apply. Like, I think anyone can resonate with them, not just like old married couples.
And I think, I don't remember if this is like talked about a lot in the original, but they say a lot of like philosophical stuff. But anytime he does that in this one, Jessica Chastain is just like, shut the fuck up. Like, you can't just like, psychoanalyze everything I do. I'm just trying to tell you like my truth and how I feel. Like, doing this is damaging to this conversation. And I think that's a really interesting perspective, because I do think that there is a certain aspect of over-intellectualizing conversations with people and being damaging to them, because it's not, at that point, you're analyzing what they're saying instead of like listening to what they're saying, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, I get what you mean.
So I thought that was an interesting addition. I don't think, do they say that in the original?
They don't say that. But yeah, but there is a lot of there's scenes that kind of like allude to like that kind of thing.
Okay.
And like Johan does gaslight fucking Marianne a lot.
Yeah.
But like a big part of both of them is just kind of like the philosophy of like the brain versus the heart.
Yeah.
What the emotion wants versus what you think is best for you, and how they can get kind of like blurred together, and how, being like trying to be true to yourself but not be so selfish, and how it's a fine line to walk. And I feel like that can apply to everybody, those themes, which I really like from these. But yeah, I really like a lot of the stuff they added in this. I like the conversation about like, there's like a line where they're like, what are your kids gonna, I think this is to the polyamorous couple from the beginning, but it's like, what are your kids gonna think? And they're gonna like, she's like, I think my kids are gonna think that,
they'd be empowered by it.
Exactly.
Because I'm constantly looking for freedom and happiness. Yeah, and there's an interesting dynamic there, because like, yeah, that relationship is first shown as like super messy, but they're the ones that are still together, It's like,
yeah. No, exactly.
And what the fuck was I gonna say? I lost it. I lost it.
Well...
We'll say something else. I'll get back to it.
Yeah. Let's see where to jump in next, because it's a big bowl of marriage soup.
Yeah. Let's talk about what did you think of the fourth wall breaking, the opening shots of the first 4 episodes. I don't think they did on the 5th. But they ended it with that one.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was pretty interesting. I wasn't quite sure how I felt about it. At the first couple times, I'm like, all right, this is pretty gimmicky. Mm-hmm. But, it's whatever. The old one had a certain degree of kind of meta-ness with, the ending credits where it's just here's a shot of Ingmar Bergman's home island Faro while I read out the credits. And it's just so it's okay, I kind of get it. They want to do a kind of meta, lo-fi kind of thing to ease into the episodes. Initially, in the first episode, I was really put off by it because I'm just because it's just it breaks the illusion, especially with how real of a story this is. And I find it to be a pretty interesting juxtaposition. Yeah. But by the time the 5th episode ended and I saw what they kind of did with it, where they walk off set and go into their own, I was like, all right, that was kind of cute. That was a nice little way to end it.
And it definitely threw me off at the beginning, but I think I like what they were going for in the sense that this is this real story, but it's all artificial in its own way. Mm-hmm. And even obviously they're filming the setup to the shot, but that is also set up. That's not actually how they set up the shot. Yeah. That's all planned beforehand. So I thought there was an extra, everything's artificial. I like the layering of that, and then the immediately immersion into the rawness of the story. Mm-hmm. I just thought was really fun to watch because I was immediately sucked in within 10 seconds afterward. So that's fun. I'm I like doing that. I like seeing the setup for something and then immediately just being engrossed in the story. That makes sense. That's a fun experience.
Yeah. No, I get it, and I agree. What did you think of, let's see here. What did you think of, did you find the character of Mira to be more likable than Johan is in the original, from what you can recall? Because I think I did. Generally.
Yeah, I think I did. I think the first episode, maybe if I rewatched the original, I might feel a little differently, but the first episode's really rough for Mira, and you can see that, Oscar Isaac's character's doing things she doesn't want to do and dragging her into it. He's talking over her, and just and she looks so unhappy. Yeah. So, I think I definitely did. And in general, I don't think, because I think Scenes from Marriage, the original, at least on my initial watch, it was a little one-sided on how bad one of them was for a bit.
Yeah, Johan's definitely a character where it's he's a piece of shit, and the show knows it and definitely kind of takes a side. But the shit he says makes him understandable to a point. Mm-hmm. It's I get where you're coming from, but fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Well, I think Mira is she does some bad things, but I wouldn't say she was a bad person. At least, I think they're both kind of bad people, but I don't think she's significantly worse than Oscar Isaac's character.
Yeah. No, she's definitely got, I think some toxic traits. For sure, they both do.
Yeah, but his are just kind of hiding, and he's just kind of lying to himself about that. I think the main thing in this is that she just accepts her toxic traits and goes with them much faster than he does.
Yeah, and he has that whole bit of dialogue at the end where he's talking about how he's kind of let go of like grasping at morality.
Because he's cheating on his partner.
Yeah, he's just like, whatever. I'm living.
Like, I'm living. He had just been with it. He had just left his dad's funeral to go fuck his ex-wife. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. And he was just berating his mother about not actually being in love with his father. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fucking, what's it called? I like that. I think I might... It's hard for me to say which version of the last episode I like more between the two. I think I might like this one a smidge more than the other one. Although, I like the other one, too.
Why'd they fuck in that little girl's bed?
I know, right?
That little girl was probably like 12 years old. Someone was like, what the fuck, guy?
I know. I was just thinking, I'm like, who would, like... I get, like, having, like, rooms available as, like, oh, yeah, but, like, who makes their place an Airbnb, like, when they're out of town? That seems...
I know people that...
Okay. I would never do that. That just seems... But I guess I'm kind
of... I'd only do that if I was gonna, like, stay there and dress like a skeleton and scare them or something.
Like a Scooby-Doo film.
Yeah.
Leave your wallets! But... What if there's a Scooby-Doo episode where that's the villain, but he's just, like, in the house waiting to spook this married couple, but they're just arguing the whole fucking time, and he's just like... I don't know.
He's just like crying. He's like, it's so sad. And then he takes off his mask and it's Ingmar Bergman and he's been writing the whole thing down. Write this down. This is a good movie idea.
We don't have to write it down. We've got it on camera.
We'll write this down, London.
But, I think one of the things that has me leaning towards the last episode of this one is, I don't know. I think they might be on par. I feel like Johan's scenes in the original, he's like talking to his like friend, who I don't think is supposed to be Paula, but he's got that friend that like from his work that he like shows his poetry and they're like, they're trying to be nice about it, but they kind of imply that it's bad and he gets super butthurt. And then it turns out at the end he was, having an affair with her too, and then he kind of dumps her and she comes in and kind of tells him off. I think that's fine, but I think it was more interesting to get the dynamic where we got to see Polly in this version, where we never see Paula in the original. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And yeah, but then there are shots in the original, like, where they go to that... They basically leave the house because they're like, oh, fuck, this is so awkward. So they go to their friend's cabin, and there's, like, this weird clown thing that's fucking hung up, and it just keeps doing close-ups on it, and it's like, yeah, you're making a dumb decision by getting back with this guy who beat the shit out of you. But, you know, I guess the passion of it, or whatever. A very transgressive relationship. But, yeah, I don't know. I like both of them, I guess.
No, I agree. I like both of these quite a lot. I just kind of want to rewatch. Some of it was just watching this. I'm like, I kind of just wish I was watching the original. But I'm also like, Oscar Isaac's so fucking hot.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that we basically have a scenes from a marriage with both Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver, essentially. I mean, that one's technically not, but it's very inspired.
But we also get a singing scene in that one, so...
That we do.
I want to rewatch that one. I have the Criterion now. So
nice. I'm thinking about doing, in the near future, a double feature of that, and I wanted to see, I think it's called Malcolm and Marie, the one with...
Yeah, I was so excited for that, and then I heard it sucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But I still want to watch it, but I heard pretty mixed things about that. I'm like, that is unfortunate.
Mm. Yeah.
But
they can't all be winners.
They can't all be winners. But what was John David Washington and Zendaya, right? They deserved a winner.
I know. That's one of those things that you just really want to be good. Maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe we'll disagree with everybody. Maybe one of us will really like it. One of us will be meh on it. Who knows?
Brown bunny. That video keeps... it has 17,000 views now.
And
people keep disliking it. I'm like,
how does it start? Is it just me going like, fuck the brown bunny?
Kind of.
Yeah. Oh, that brings me so much joy. I'm sure it's probably
I'm just annoyed that
channel.
No, it's fine. I'm just annoyed that one of our older podcasts blew up. I'm like, those kind of suck.
Yeah, I agree. The older podcasts are not representative of the modern Screen Weens era.
Where now we're hot.
Yeah, now we're on screen.
And with our Weens.
Yeah.
You just can't see them.
But, yeah, fucking Scenes from a Marriage.
I'm just going to say, so, I was saying that Scenes from Marriage, I'm like, why would they just remake the story? I'm actually now a proponent of it. I'm like, I am fine with this. I'm fine with them remaking it with cool new actors. Bring me Song Kang-ho. I want him.
I will say this gave me a lot more faith in the upcoming Parasite thing, because it's HBO doing that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully they get a good, competent team, and
a lot of HBO's miniseries have been really good. The Luca Guadagnino, Nino, the Call Me by Your Name, Suspiria guy, he did one last year called We Are Who We Are, I think. That's supposed to be really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have watched it.
I really wanted to watch it, but Jack Dylan Glazer is in it. He's he's been in a bunch of stuff. He's in It. He's in Shazam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's in Luca. But a bunch of videos came out recently where he's just saying the N-word and stuff. I'm like, I don't really want to watch something where he's the main character right in front of me. And I understand he's a child still.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro,
hopefully,
what are you doing?
Yeah. Hopefully he grows out of that pattern of behavior, and
then I'll watch him.
Yeah.
Once he stops being a dickhead. Yeah.
I'm excited for that, this generation, because we've had some really great child actors come from the Stranger Things era and that lineup and the kind of offshoots of it. And I'm really excited to watch a lot of them become adult actors and see what they're capable of in shit where they're not held back by playing fucking kids in something.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see how fucking Jacob Tremblay ages as an actor. He's in Room, he's in Doctor Sleep for a second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But when he was in Room, he was 9. Mm-hmm. He's fucking amazing in that movie. Brie Larson's also amazing. Everyone in that movie's amazing. That movie's fantastic.
Yeah, that movie's something else.
You've seen that one, right?
I've seen half of that movie. We watched it in a class in high school, and I had skipped the first day, but I showed up for the second half.
Gosh darn it!
I got to see all the aftermath of...
which is where a lot of the meat of the movie is.
So. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see those people grow up. I want to see what, I don't know, how's Finn Wolfhard gonna be as an actor, as an adult?
Yeah, hopefully good. It seems like he's going. I know he's in a band or something. I don't know if that's his full time.
Oscar Isaac was in a ska band.
Was he really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look.
They opened for Green Day a couple of times. They opened for the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh, nice.
I've listened to a couple of. I've watched a few clips. It's very ska.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun. It's look, that's Oscar Isaac.
I know. I feel the same way about Steve Martin and his banjo band.
Well, that's incredible, though.
Well, yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah, let's do some closing thoughts on Scenes from Marriage, unless you have anything else to talk about. It's
no, I don't think without just comparing it to the original, because like I said, a lot of this is kind of, I think it sticks a little too close to the original for my personal taste. I would have really liked to see it branch off just a little bit more. Because
there are times where they introduce something that I think they're going to explore a little more, and they just kind of don't. I'm like, that's annoying.
Yeah. I was really hoping that it was going to be the first 2 or 3 episodes were going to be more or less the same, and then it was going to go like a different route. Like maybe they get back together, or maybe it goes a different route.
Yeah. But it was the same thing, which is fine, and they do it well.
I've seen some articles saying, like, talking about potentially a season 2, which that would be interesting.
Well, they gotta wait 30 years.
Well, they said they weren't gonna wait 30 years if they did a season 2, I guess. That they felt like they could do that arc sooner than what it took in real life, I guess. But who knows? You never know.
It's just like, let's just put somebody in a room and make them watch the Before trilogy, Scenes from Marriage, and Marriage Story in one sitting.
Probably come out 2 days later and be like, wow. What? And they'll just start getting into deep, honest arguments with everybody.
Oh. But yeah. No, I really like this, and there's a lot to this. Like, both of them are dense things, but a lot of it is just like things that then make me want to self-reflect. Like there are concepts that I want to think about, but nothing that's like not been explored in media before. They're just explored well in this, like very well in this, and even better in the original. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, although I guess if you're wanting to get into Scenes from Marriage, this is a good place, I guess. If you don't want to watch the original because you don't like old things or you don't want to read subtitles, like, this is a good substitute. But yes, you are missing out. But, not everyone can...
Liv Ullmann is a fucking absolute, like, peak performance ever in cinema in that movie, probably.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah. But, I'm trying to be more accommodating to people because there are people that can't read subtitles, And, like, there aren't dubs for... Actually, there are probably dubs, but they're probably hard to find for the original.
Can we petition for Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain to dub the original?
Yeah.
That's the only way I'll ever watch a dub of the original.
Or if me and you dub it.
Yeah, that's...
I'll be Liv Ullmann.
All right, I'll be Rohan, I guess. Or Johan.
Good.
But Scenes from a Marriage. What would you give this one?
I think I'd give this one an 8.
Yeah, I'm at the same.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like debating giving it a 9.
Yeah, me too.
But just
I was also debating it, giving it a 7. It was very weird for me.
Yeah, but I felt like it was competent enough in the performances. It was round enough and introduced enough where I'm like, all right, I think it's worthy of an 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one gripe is that it just sticks a little too close to the source material. I wish it would have branched off a little more, and I probably would have given it like a 9.
I pretty much agree with you. So tomorrow I was probably just going to go to the theater and watch a bunch of new movies, but now I'm thinking I might just sit at home and watch Bergman. I'm not sure.
I'm thinking about when it's my deep dive next time. I'm thinking about picking some more of his films.
Bergman Volume 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, like we said last time, we are doing a bag episode.
Yes.
We keep our promises. So I will pick one. Thomas will grab one out of there.
Oh, please don't be the one.
What the fuck is this?
What is it?
I didn't know this was a thing.
Oh, no. This isn't the one I thought it was, but I forgot I put this in here. Oh, yeah.
It says Return of the Blob?
Yep.
Or is this...
It's real.
Or
it's
is
from
it...
the 70s.
Oh, Beware the Blob. Is that the right one?
That's the one.
Okay.
Oops. I gave it the wrong name. Oh, man.
And what did you get?
Chatterbox.
Okay. Is that the...
That's the Seinen Kuchi one.
Oh. She talks with her what?
Yes. Oh.
All right.
Next week's gonna be fun.
And then what? How many days do we have? So this episode's coming out the 15th. Then this next episode's coming out the 22nd. And then the final episode will be coming out the 29th. Before December. I think that last episode we should probably just do the last two as well. We'll talk about it.
Is there anything in there that's super long, or would you just want to fucking cap the bag off now?
Right now? I don't think so. Let's do it. Wait. Okay, there are only two. Okay. So, Beware the Blob. Chatterbox. Garbage Pail Kids, the movie.
Oh boy. And
Loquisha. Alright, so let's do a quick rundown on the... so Chatterbox is an hour and 16 minutes. The Beware the Blob is an hour and 27 minutes. Loquisha is an hour and 40 minutes. What the fuck?
No.
And Garbage Pail Kids, the Garbage Pail Kids movie is an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow. Why are two of those movies above 90 minutes?
Above 30 minutes. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll watch something good.
Yeah. So join us next week for the Bag episode, season 1 finale.
Ooh-wee. Woo! Yeah, okay, bye.
Adios.